Some people finish conversations that never happen. Every reply, every pause, every ending. If that's you, this is going to be uncomfortable. You rehearse a conversation that has not happened yet, in the shower, in the car, at 3 a.m. You say tomorrow's sentence out loud, and you hear someone answer it. You've been told you think too much. What you were told was the wrong half. There's a conversation with your boss on Thursday. By Thursday, you will have run it 5 times. A message from 6 months ago. You rewrote it again today. You still did not send it. An argument in an elevator that lasted 8 seconds. You run it 3 times. You win every time. A doctor's appointment. You know the first sentence by heart. In the room, a different one comes out. A conversation you've needed to start for a long time. You've started it in your head 20 times. Out loud, never. 5 conversations, 1 person. All 5 are already over. Not one of them began. And each one has already taken something from you. The bill does not come that evening. It comes a year later. Here's the half nobody mentioned. There are 2 engines running in your head. The first one runs backward. It hunts the mistake. Stops on the sentence that landed wrong. Turns it over. Looks for where things went sideways. It wants to understand. Find the mistake, and it settles. The second one runs forward. It's not hunting for anything. There is no mistake yet. It wants control. It wants the next conversation to arrive already solved. Not anxiety, not planning, rehearsal. Psychologists call it anticipatory processing. The term is clumsy. We'll keep it simple. Notice where it switches on. The shower, the car, 3 a.m. Your head needs an input. With nothing coming in from outside, it reaches for the nearest unfinished thing and runs that. Silence is not rest for it. Silence is room to run. David Clark and Adrian Wells pulled these 2 apart back in '95. Oxford and Manchester, 30 years ago. Research did. Most people never do. 1 person, 1 night, 2 engines running side by side. Only the first one comes with a warning. That's the skew. Everyone runs the first one. The second one belongs to people who cannot afford to look bad. The first one is honest about itself. Other people can see it, they tell you to let it go, and you agree. The second one looks responsible. It feels like preparation. Nobody has ever apologized for preparing. Somebody eventually stops the first one. Nobody ever stops the second. Because from the outside, it looks like work. Here's what rehearsal actually does. It hands you the conversation. All of it. Except the risk. Watch how. It writes a 2-person script. 1 person writes both parts. First you write your line, then you write theirs. You always hand them something you have an answer for. Nobody rehearses the version where they have nothing. That is the point of rehearsing. The script always wins, because nobody else gets to write it. Notice where it ends. It always ends on the sentence that proves you right. What comes after? You never watch. You needed 1 second where you were right. Then the real conversation starts. The first thing the other person says is not in the script. It is not rude, it is not clever, just different. Now there are 2 conversations in the room. One is being spoken, the other one is written. You are only halfway into the first. Part of you is tracking whether it has reached the prepared spot, and steering it there. They're talking about Friday night, and you're waiting for a gap to drop in the line about never being asked. It drifts, and you pull it back. And every time it goes somewhere else, something tightens. They're taking it off script. That shows. It reads as not listening. That is what it is. The other person walks away with their own version. The one where you were cold and had decided in advance. Now 2 people are running it. The line comes out anyway. 3 beats late. An answer to something nobody said. Or nothing comes out. It was not in the script, and silence gets taken for agreement. Then it ends. And you walk out and start over. rewriting a scene that just happened, for a conversation that will not happen twice. Why would a mind keep a habit this expensive? Susan Nolen-Hoeksema spent her career at Yale studying these loops. Her conclusion was simpler than you'd expect. This is not a defect. It is a survival strategy. The mind comes back here because it worked once. Look for where the habit started. You'll hit something completely ordinary. A house where the mood changed without warning. An adult who answered the same sentence one way on Tuesday and another on Friday. A door with someone behind it. The footsteps in the hallway already told you what kind of evening it was going to be, before the door opened. Walking into a conversation unprepared was dangerous there, so the mind learned something reasonable. Build the sentence. Predict the answer. Keep 3 moves ready. That was not fear, it was training. Here's what gets forgotten. It worked. Back then, in that room, the damage really was smaller. It means one thing only. There was a time you could not tell what was coming, and a kid did the right thing. That door is long gone. You live somewhere else. The footsteps in the hallway belong to other people. The evening is yours. But the ritual before every conversation did not leave with the room. The check you run today is the same one you ran at 12. Nobody told the engine when to stop. It was built for one room. Now it runs in all of them. Now the bill. Rehearsal is not free. You do not pay after the conversation. You pay before. Run it 4 times and you lived it 4 times. The same adrenaline, the same tightness in the chest, the same body bracing for what is not in the room. You show up to the real one on the 5th run, already tired. Tuesday evening, you're doing the dishes. Water running, hands busy, nobody in your way. By the 3rd plate, you're saying it out loud, quietly, barely moving your lips, but with the intonation. You did not notice when you started. Someone in the next room asks, "Who are you talking to?" No one. And that is true. The conversation happens. Nobody raises their voice. You come out with no relief. You come out like you came out of a fight. There was a fight. 4 times, alone. The 5th one was just a replay. And here's the strange part. The 5th is the one you remember. 4 nights vanish. What's left is 20 minutes in someone else's office. Tomorrow you'll be sure the conversation drained you. It was not the conversation. That's the first price. The second one arrives later. The message is finished. You know it by heart because you rewrote it 40 times. You cut the first sentence. Too soft. You put it back. Without it, too harsh. It's been in drafts over a year. You open it once a month and close it. Over that year, you've said it so many times that it feels sent. The only person who has never read it is the one you wrote it for. And that conversation you've needed to start at home. 20 times in your head. 20 times it went well. The 21st never happened. That's the real bill. It is not tiredness, and it is not one wasted evening. A year where nothing happened, because in your head it already had. The third price. The quietest one. The version inside your head is always better, sharper, fairer. The person across from you is wiser in it and more reasonable. A real conversation never stands a chance next to that. Lose enough times and rehearsal starts to feel better than the relationship. And the person across from you never met you. They met the prepared version. And last, this is why nobody touches the habit. Every rehearsed conversation went fine, so the preparation worked. So the next one needs more of it. The habit claims victories that never belonged to it. Now the part that will sound wrong. Rehearsal is not broken. It is doing exactly what it was built to do, just not on what you assigned it. You think you're preparing for a conversation, and it hands you the conversation. All of it, except the risk. That's what that meant. You say what you meant to say, and they understand you. The ending is the one you picked. And you never sit in those 2 seconds before someone answers, when you still do not know what is coming. That's what it protects. Not the words, those 2 seconds. Now the thing that never added up makes sense. Most of the conversations people rehearse never take place. Go back to that message in your drafts. It's not sitting there for lack of words. The words are perfect. You checked them 40 times. It's sitting there because in your head it already worked. Rehearsal does not prepare you for the conversation. Rehearsal is the conversation. If you recognized yourself somewhere in this, subscribe. There is more of it here. You do not have to stop it. That instruction has never worked on anyone. The loop just joins the line of things you're failing at. The difference between those two engines gives you the one thing you need out of this. The first wants to understand what happened. That is possible. Work it out and the loop closes on its own. The second wants a guarantee about what's coming. That is not possible. That loop never closes. So at 3 a.m, there is one question. What is this run asking for? To understand or to be covered? If it wants to understand, finish it and go to sleep. If it wants to be covered, there is no guarantee in there. You can spend another hour in that scene and walk out with what you walked in with. Tomorrow, there is a person in front of you, with their own morning and their own plans for this conversation. That person exists outside of you. You do not get to write their lines. The only one who hands out guarantees is the one you invented. That is what a conversation is. Rehearsal will give you everything you wanted. The clean version, the exact words, a good ending. Everything except the one thing it was for. A real person will say something you did not write, and you will have nothing prepared. That is exactly why it will be a conversation. The sentence already exists. It's already been said perfectly, many times, at 3 a.m, just never to anyone.